Before starting the next example, this one will be revolving about the y-axis. Now, if a plane figure is revolved about the y-axis, a similar formula will be used, except the volume would be pi from A to B. This time it'll be x squared dy. And of course the A and B will be on the y-axis, and we have to first make the function in terms of as x being the subject. So in the next slide we have an example. That's 2006. Again, it's worth 3 marks, and as you see the it's revolving about the y-axis. It's a parabola. Normally the parabola y equal x squared will be just going through the origin. This one is lifted 1 unit up, so therefore this point on the y-axis is 0, 1. That will help us in being able to determine the terminals or the limits on the integral. And of course it's bounded by the line y equal 5, which is a straight line passing through the point 5 on the y-axis. So this is given to us. It's a parabola bounded by y equal 5 and the y-axis, and the volume of the solid is rotated about the y-axis, which is very important. So the formula we'll be using is pi A to B y x squared dy. As you see, the function that we have is given by y equal x squared, so here we have to make x the subject. In the next slide we'll say that. So after looking at the graph, we notice that the lower value that we'll be using, it's y equal 1, and the upper value is going to be y equal 5, the upper terminal. So the volume that we are calculating, pi from 1 to 5, and having that y equal x squared plus 1, making x squared the subject, we will get x squared equal y minus 1. And that's what we'll be using to integrate. So here we'll have y minus 1 dy. As we normally integrate, we have y squared over 2 minus y from 1 to 5. Pretty straightforward. Now substitute. Pi would be 5 squared over 2 minus 5. Rather put brackets for this slot, minus again a half, 1 squared minus 1 over, and then bracket. Using the calculator, 5 squared over 2 minus 5, that will give us 7.5 minus a half, and we will end up with, doing after all this calculation, with 8 pi cubic units. And this is when a volume is rotated about the y-axis. So we need to keep in mind that the limits is going to be in y, and the function that we'll be using is going to be making x the subject. These are the changes that you have to make. Thank you.